Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading for January 2nd, the week of January 2nd. We're just going to jump right in here, Leo. In your general energies, you have this Bobcat spirit. It says, life is a mystery. Isn't that the truth, Leo, right? I feel like for some of you, it's kind of interesting. I feel like you are anticipating a change. I feel like you want a change. You might be feeling a little bit restless at this time as well. You have this Eight of Pentacles, but you have this Two of Wands. The thing with the Two of Wands is that this guy, he is taking the lead. He kind of needs to take the lead, but he also might be a little bit bored. He might be, he might be needing to kind of leave a comfort zone. He is standing where he has always been, and you always get these cards of needing to leave a comfort zone, right? But it's kind of like beyond that for me. I feel like something just isn't doing it for you anymore. That's really kind of like the energy I'm getting. I don't think it's a person. It could be for like a small percentage of you, right? But I feel maybe it's more kind of like what you're doing. And I'm not suggesting that you're like going to quit your business or anything like that, or, change your job. But I do feel like you might change the way that you do the things that you're doing just so you can add some more excitement, right? Just so you can kind of feel more fulfilled, or maybe use some hidden talents, gifts, and skills and abilities. You literally have this card that says you have a special gift. Never surrender to normal. Are you kidding me? I love that. So, I think the mystery here is how to do it. I really feel like you need to listen to yourself. I'm getting this message of just kind of listening. That's really all that's, kind of popping into my head here with this card, is using your ears. The bobcat has those ears, but it has this hair around its face that funnels all the noise right to its ears so that it can hear better. So I feel for a lot of you, it's like you need to listen to something that you like, but it's more like you're listening to yourself, your heart. You even have the King of Cups here, which says deep down inside, what do you want? And then go deeper than that. What do you want deeper than that, right? Because there's something else that you actually want. And, I feel like you need to listen to yourself. You have this Two of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles here. Again, the story of the Two of Wands is that he has reached, wrong camera. He is kind of, reaching out. He has kind of accomplished everything that he wants to accomplish. And now he feels like he kind of rushed to a finish line, and he feels like he didn't, he feels like he kind of has nothing more to do, but he really has the whole world in his hands. He has so much more that he could potentially do. He has so much more that he could accomplish, but he has to get out into the world, and he has to try new things and do things differently. I do see you being very focused. I actually feel like money is really good for you right now. I do feel like this year could be good for money for pretty much everyone. It's kind of interesting because I wasn't so sure how I felt about 2023. Like before we got to the end of the year here. But now doing these readings, every reading for like the first couple weeks, even the January readings, were pretty decent, I would say. So I'm not saying things are going to be perfect, but I think things are going to be a lot better than 2022, and probably definitely like 2020 and 2021, like much better, much better energy, right? And so I feel like you're like doing work, making money. Money could be improving. I feel like there could be some things. It's kind of interesting because I kind of have this like the humdrum of work, popping into my head, where it's like there are things you don't want to do, there are things you do want to do. It's like you're doing a little bit of a mixture of both, but I feel it's kind of pushing you forward. And kind of like everyone else, I feel like you're very focused on creating this Ten of Pentacles. I really feel, again, this is not accurate astrology. This is Chris's crappy astrology. But what I would say is I really feel with Uranus and Taurus, that could be why I really feel everyone is focused on Ten of Pentacles, which is building or leaving a legacy, whatever that means for you. Could be money. That definitely could be part of it, but it could be something bigger, like having or starting a family, having a career, like everything that you want. Really, the Ten of Pentacles is the tree of life. It's everything you want. And again, everybody has had the Ten of Pentacles this week, which I love. Much better than last year when everybody was getting the Tower every single reading, right? This is much better. You do have the Knight of Pentacles, though. I still feel there are some places where you either need to take bigger risks or you need to put yourself out there more. I just feel that there are some risks that you want to take, especially for those of you with a business or career. I feel like there's some bigger risks that you want to take, but maybe you're just not sure how to approach those risks. Maybe you're not sure, how you're going to take the risk. I also feel you could be taking a risk on a person, by the way. So if you want love, you basically have every single sign here. It could be any sign. Water, Aries, and Earth stand out to me. Could be another Leo for some of you as well. But Water, Aries, Earth, and another Leo. Take it how it resonates. But I do feel there could be love coming in here, but someone's a little standoffish, I feel. If you don't already have love, if you already have love, I feel like plain and simple, you're building towards the Ten of Pentacles, whatever that means for you. But if you don't have love, then I feel like there's like a little bit of a someone not trusting themselves, maybe. So could be you, could be the person. And I feel like someone here, it's like, if you've been hurt a bunch of times, right? Maybe you start not trusting yourself. Maybe you start thinking, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm bad at picking the right person, right? And I kind of feel it's either you or the person. I kind of feel like it's a new person that could be coming in for you. So it's like they're interested in you, but they might be a little slow or standoffish because they don't. Here you go. With the Two of Wands, you have this impulsiveness card. If this is a person that you're dealing with, they might not want to be impulsive. So maybe they just don't want to rush. I feel like they'll communicate with you. The other thing is with the Two of Wands is that, again, I get that restless feeling. When we're feeling restless, sometimes we just want to fix it. And I feel like this is saying, don't just do anything, right? Eight of Pentacles is a very focused effort. He's like really focused on doing one thing. And so if you're feeling restless, I feel like this is saying, and again, the way we make mistakes when we feel restless is just to do anything, just try to fix it, right? I feel like this is saying, make sure that you're kind of channeling the energy into something that makes sense, right? And then I feel like that'll be much better for you. With the Eight of Pentacles, you have this affair card, definitely love coming in for you for sure. If this is love, this is someone who wants to put the work in, plain and simple. I love the Eight of Pentacles for love because it's a person who wants to put the work in. And I feel like that's what could be coming in for you. Again, this is not like an affair like cheating. This is an affair just like a love affair. With the Knight of Pentacles, you have this control card. I love this card. It's like the world card. So I do feel that you are in control of your destiny at this time. I feel like you have the whole world in your hands as well, just like on the Two of Wands. He's sitting on top of the world, so I feel like you could end up sitting on top of the world in the future. But it is going to require some risk. And, even if we go this way here, very successful, this energy. He's going towards the Six of Wands, which is an achievement. Even the Strength card here is a card of showing off. This person has their hands in a lion's mouth, and I always say, who in their right mind would stick their hand in a lion's mouth? And the answer is nobody. So I kind of feel like some of you are going to be showing off in the near future. Next, we're going to look at the next big change that could be coming in for you. You have this TikTok card. Time. I'm pretty sure you had something similar to this in your last reading, if I'm not mistaken. I do feel like some of you are like thinking about time. I think you're thinking about like, how much time do I have left? How much time do I have to do the things I need to do? And like all this stuff. That could be what's making you feel a little bit restless. But, I also feel it's kind of like motivating you to action. You have the Moon, the Six of Cups, and the Six of Wands. If you've been watching me for a while, you know that I love 2 sixes. To me, 2 sixes says you're kind of going in the right direction. You're on the right path. You're doing the things that you need to be doing at this time. So I do feel that there's a lot of success coming in for you in the near future. I love 2 sixes coming together. I also feel that one change that could be coming in for you with the Six of Cups is a turnaround. Sometimes I feel with the Six of Cups, it's a gift from the universe. And the gift we receive is anywhere in our life, could be anywhere, where we're bumping up against an obstacle. The gift is removing the obstacle. So the universe could be removing an obstacle from your life with the Six of Cups. You have these Six of Wands, tons of attention coming in for you. Again, I'm a big fan of attention right now. I always say we're entering into all this energy of Aquarius. Pluto will be entering into Aquarius for, a couple months, whatever, till May. And then it's going to retrograde out. Doesn't matter as far as I'm concerned because I think we're in this energy of Aquarius, time of Aquarius, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. And to me, we should be getting as much attention as we possibly can. Aquarius is a star card, as I always say. So, I would try to get as much positive attention as you can. That'll lead to success, abundance. I'd also make sure that you're doing things for a reason, like to inspire other people or, for Aquarian reasons, right? And I feel if you do that, then you're going to be very successful. With the next, you have the Moon card here in this row. And again, the Moon, I feel like just nothing is clear right now. I kind of feel like once we get Saturn in Pisces, I kind of like that this year because I feel like that could bring some clarity to our dreams, to, the dreams we've been having with Neptune and Pisces. I always say like Neptune and Pisces to me is like just these crazy ideas that I think that people like you could be having, like crazy ideas for business or whatever. But it's like the problem is bringing it down to earth, right? So, I feel for a lot of us, we have these crazy goals, wishes, and dreams popping into our head, but the frustrating thing, the thing that's causing restlessness is like, how the hell do I do it? How do I make this impossible dream a reality? And to me, that's partially, not totally, but partially the Neptune and Pisces energy. And then I think with Saturn going into Pisces this year, it could bring in some clarity or just actions that we could be taking, to get to that dream. And look at this. Are you freaking kidding me? With the moon, you have this fortune card, which is Sun in Leo. So this is you. Again, I feel like an impossible dream could be the thing that brings great fortune into your life. I'm not even trying to be clickbaity right here now. And for all those of you that say that it is clickbait, I would say, let me make one thing perfectly clear. This is going to require work. It's not something that you just magically get. That's why it's not clickbait, because I always say, yes, this is, believe it or not, you're going to have to get your ass off the couch. You're going to have to get outside. You're going to have to start putting in the work to make something happen. And trust me, I understand that. Trust me, if I got on here every single day and I said, guess what? The little rainbow fairies are coming down from the sky and they're blessing you with this great fortune. You don't have to do anything. They're just going to do it for you. The elves and the leprechauns, they're coming up too, and they're going to do it for you, right? You don't have to lift a finger. I would probably get millions of views every single video. But the truth is, sorry, this is hard-ass Chris. This is not, nice Chris, right? We can, maybe I need an alter ego. We'll call him Steve. But what I would say is, I feel like you need to get moving here. Nothing is going to magically happen. With the Six of Cups, you have the Principal card. Again, another card in Neptune and Pisces, even though this is Jupiter and Sagittarius, I don't care. To me, I think that Neptune and Pisces has a lot to do with our kind of like our principles, the things like our traditional beliefs, the things that we were maybe raised to believe, the things that we've always believed just because, right? And I don't know, I think you are definitely one of the signs that could be being affected by that the most, where you could be thinking about things that you were raised to believe, things that your parents passed down to you. Again, we all have beliefs that our parents gave us, our grandparents gave us, right? And I think you're just looking at those things. Six of Cups is a card of nostalgia, and it's a card of thinking of the past. And again, to me, the whole point of Neptune and Pisces is like we look at these beliefs and we say, like, does this serve me? Does it not serve me? Is there even a point to this belief anymore? So I feel like a lot of you could be going over that. With the Six of Wands, you have the Submission card. I love this card. It's like the Eight of Swords. There's a bird that's in a cage, and the cage door is open. And I feel like you need to kind of like unleash the beast here, Leo. And I'm pretty sure I've said this to you before, that it's like there's something inside of you that needs to come out. And we're next in the area of what you don't see coming. Here you go. You have this card that says, you have special gifts. Never surrender to the normal. I freaking love that. I love that. Never surrender to the normal. I'm going to make that my motto now. But I feel like this is what you are unleashing is, your new normal. Your new normal. You also have this money manager. It says, expect positive financial change in your life. I definitely see, Ten of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. Clearly, there's positive financial change coming in for you here. But I also feel some of you could be kind of just focusing on managing your money more. And again, I don't think this is like a good or a bad thing. I think everybody's doing this. So, I think it's just a sign of the times. You have the Emperor, the King of Cups, and the Strength card. And I feel like you've been very patient. I definitely feel this could be the type of love that's coming in for you is the King of Cups. Everybody's been getting the King of Cups in their readings for love. So if you want love, I feel like this is what's coming in for you. And again, like I said, everybody's been getting this. Does it have to be a water sign? No. I feel like it could be any sign. Since when every single sign gets the same card for the same thing, love, then to me, it kind of says that maybe just as a collective, maybe we're just all more attracted to a certain, energy at this time for whatever reason. So, this could be a person who is very good at expressing their emotions, someone who has very deep emotions. The thing that really stands out to me as well is like, whether, it doesn't matter what you believe, but, we're kind of living in chaotic times. There's like a lot of stuff going on, right? King of Cups, it doesn't really matter what's going on. He understands that he creates his own reality. He's sitting there in choppy waters, but he's perfectly fine. He is like, he has almost no emotions to the craziness that's going on around him. And so again, I think that maybe when we're in crazy times, maybe we're just more attracted to a stable person who isn't worried about everything that's going on. He really just focuses on the things right in front of him. He just focuses on what he can control. He doesn't allow outside circumstances to, get him excited or to get him, to affect him emotionally or anything like that. And again, it doesn't matter what gender you're attracted to either. Like I said, I feel like you could just be attracting a person like that, who is kind of not affected. And again, I wonder if during times like this, that's just what everybody's more attracted to just because it kind of makes sense. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe I'm talking out of my rear end here. Leo. You have this Emperor card, so again, you could be attracting a boss type person, although I feel like, Leo, that you are bossing up. I feel like you are kind of more in control, taking control, doing the things that you need to do, and I really feel you're focused on this. Like, I have a very strong sense of control here going into this card. I really feel that I don't really feel this is a person. I feel this is more an energy that you are embracing. And I feel like this is something that you are becoming. Something is motivating you. You know, it's like something is motivating you to be more successful, to take more action. It could be anything. It could just be more, kind of part of me feels with that King of Cups, if it's not love, by the way, I feel there could just be just more positive influences around you. And again, it's like scientifically proven. The more positive influences we have around us, the more successful we become. So, I kind of feel that could be also making you kind of boss up. And you have the Strength card. Of course, this is your card. It puts you in a position of power and strength. So, I feel like you're just coming up in a very strong position here, Leo. And again, this is the area of what you don't see coming, but I kind of feel like you see all this coming. So, I don't really feel like you don't expect this. With the Emperor, you have this Independence card. I feel like you are perfectly independent. I do feel like a lot of you could be very focused on becoming more independent from certain things in your life. I don't even think this means you're single, by the way. You could be just kind of, even if you're married, you could be deciding to become more independent together. Like, sometimes I think we can be with a person, but together we can become more independent. Like maybe you're trying to become financially independent or some other sense of the word, right? So I feel a lot of you are just focused on, kind of being able to take care of yourself. Let's put it that way. With the King of Cups, you have this Revenge card. Funny enough, this card came up in reverse. With Oracle cards, I don't read reversals. I don't read reversals anyway, but I would be careful of past people. Of course, it is a Mercury retrograde, and there could be people who are trying to get at you for some reason. A lot of people have been getting these revenge cards lately. I always tell people as well, Mars retrograde, I would just ignore it. I would ignore gossip. I would ignore any of that stuff. To me, Mars retrograde says, like, if you try to fight back during Mars retrograde, you will lose every single time. If you start things like that, like start drama during Mars retrograde, you will lose. So I would just avoid it at all costs. With the Strength card, here you go. You have this Extremism card. Yeah, I would be careful of extremist people. I think that over the next few years, we could actually see a lot of extremist type stuff, right? With just based off the astrology, and that could be anything. But especially when we have Neptune moving into Aries in 2025, or at the end of 2025, I should say, really 2026. But what I would say is just keep a level head. I think that we don't have to take part in it, and we can choose to be stable and focused, and we can focus on the things that we can focus on, right? But I would also be, this could be anything. This could be people trying to get you upset, gossiping, things like that. And again, I would ignore it. At the end here, what are we doing? The good stuff. You have this main male card and this occupation card. So I don't attach gender to my readings in these general readings. Could just be a person coming in for you with that main male card. And the occupation card, of course, could be talking about work. You have the Ten of Pentacles here. So I feel for a lot of you, there could be, this could be you making more money. And even if you're not a male, it doesn't matter. I feel like it's just saying the main person in this reading is making more money through their occupation, is becoming more successful. Love it. You have the Judgment card, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Nine of Cups. There's clearly some wish fulfillment coming in for you. I feel like you're feeling more fulfilled in general. It's like you're getting closer and closer to that Ten of Pentacles. Again, it's crazy to me that so many people have been getting the Ten of Pentacles this year, which is great. But, to me, the Ten of Pentacles, as I've said to other people, is like a living, breathing thing. It's not something that you just necessarily have, right? It's not, unless you're like the Prince of England, right? You don't just get born into a Ten of Pentacles for the most part. And even at that, it's like he still has to create his own Ten of Pentacles. So, what I would say here is that to me, it's like something that we work on for a very long period of time, forever probably. And, but again, I feel like you're feeling fulfilled because you could be adding more pieces of the puzzle to this Ten of Pentacles energy, which, could be happy home, happy family. Even though happy home, happy family is Ten of Cups, yes, I understand that, but guess what? There's a happy home and a happy family on this card, so get over it. I would also say that I feel clearly there is much better money coming in for you at this time. It's kind of funny because for some of you, I feel like you're already seeing clues of better money. It's like, especially if you have a business, maybe things aren't like amazing, but I feel like you're like, okay, like things are improving, things are getting better. You can finally see it. You also have the Judgment card here. I think this is like your year right here. It's popping into my head that you could be having like a lot of wake up calls, a lot of aha moments this year. I'm not even seeing this as like one big thing, which I normally do. With the Judgment card, I'm seeing this as kind of like a couple of things happening where you're like, oh, okay, this makes sense. Like a bunch of those moments where you're saying to yourself, oh, I know what I need to do in love. I know what I need to do in business. But I see like a lot of aha moments. So I would just pay attention to those things. You might want to write them down because I don't know, if you're like me, you forget stuff and it is what it is. Let's see. With the Judgment card, you have this Fulfillment card. Clearly, there's a lot of fulfillment coming in for you. I feel some of you could be traveling as well, and there could be a lot of fulfillment through travel or moving if you happen to be doing those things. But I feel just like fulfillment in general here. With the Ten of Pentacles, you have this Vision card. I would maintain your vision. For whatever reason, pretty much every single person, again, has had not necessarily this card, but similar type energy of like really focusing on one thing at a time this year. And again, I know this is a weekly reading, but I really feel this reading is kind of talking about the rest of your year. So I would like focus on one thing at a time. That does not mean that you can only do one thing this year. As I always say, it's like, even me, it's like, I'm a Gemini moon. I'm a crazy person. I have to be working on multiple projects at once or else I lose my mind. But, I've made it a point where like when I'm doing videos, I am only focusing on these videos. I block everything out. When I'm working on another project, I only focus on that one project for a dedicated period of time, even if it's like an hour. And that's the only thing I do during that time, right? And it totally changed my life. So it's allowed me to accomplish things, actually get things done, because before this, I was like just an unsuccessful scatterbrain. Now I'm just a successful scatterbrain. So, just like a little bit different, right? But I would focus. With the Nine of Cups, you have the Rebellion card. Yeah, I really feel the whole entire reading is saying leave a comfort zone. So I think rebellion for you is maybe your grandpa raised you a certain way, and maybe with like certain rules. And to me, this is like Neptune and Pisces. I was thinking about this today. A lady at the store today, she smiled at me, and like she literally had the same smile that my grandpa did. It was like crazy. And so I was thinking about him today. And but it's one of those things. He had all these rules for work, and I still find myself like following these rules that, it's like some of them, sure, absolutely lead to a lot of success, but others of them, it's like, yeah, if I was alive during the 1930s, maybe those rules would have made sense, but now they don't. So I feel this Rebellion card is like saying there are new rules. Rules are constantly changing, and it's like, are you adapting to the new rules? That's what I feel like that's saying. You have this Spirit card. It says heartache over what you no longer have. I don't really see heartache here. I do see nostalgia. You have these Six of Cups. I think it was like 2 readings ago or something. I said something about how some of you could be, maybe you experienced a loss over the past, like a difficult loss over the past 3 or so years with that Six of Cups. And I just think you could be thinking about it. It could be like a person who passed away or something like that. It could be one of those things where you think about it from time to time. It's crazy that I just said my grandpa who I was thinking about. So, it could be something like that. You have this Jug card. It says lighthearted, carefree time, more fun coming in for you. I feel like you need more fun as well. You have this Bull card. It says plenty of material things, definitely increasing your finances and material goods. So, I don't know, money looks really good for you here, Leo. You also have this 4-leaf clover. It says great good fortune. So, clearly, I feel like there could be good fortunes coming in for you. You also have this Mountain Road card. It says you are on the road to success. Are you kidding me? I feel like it's been a long-ass road to success, but Leo, I love this reading. I feel there is so much good stuff coming in for you. It's not even funny. I would just stay focused is what I would say. And, I think that's all you need to do. I feel like you need to it's like, I don't want to keep going on here, Leo, but what I will say is I feel like your brain is like moving a little bit too far ahead. So it's like maybe you need to come back. Like I feel like you could be getting very excited about the future, which is great. But at the same time, I feel like you need to again, work on what's in front of you. That's like my only advice, but looks really good. So thank you for being here, Leo. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.